Hello, and welcome to the Pink Girly channel. This is Lori. If you've never gone live before or made a recording, it's really kind of nerve-wracking to see those words pop up and say, "You're live. You're live." Anywho, I took a run to the grocery store, got a few things that we needed, and I got a few things for our neighbor. And I'm trying to push myself and not, sleep all afternoon. So I thought I'm going to pop on for a little bit and maybe try to get a little artistic time. So we'll see if anybody's around, see if anybody will pop in. Okay, what do I see? I see a little flashing light there in mine. I wonder what's behind me. Something. And there's Miss Peggy. Hello. So glad you are around this afternoon. I'm just trying to hold off my nap time. Oh, it says there's 4 of us. Oh, hello, Julie. How are you? Thanks for popping in. I feel like I have to, of course, as soon as you go live or you want to record something, that's when you have to clear your throat or cough. Okay? So I'm going to take a little swig of my beverage. Hello, Miss Holly. Nice to see you. All right. Not too bad. Everybody's doing pretty good. Holly sent me some of this. Look, organic green tea and pomegranate tea. It's very yummy. I had some this morning. But right now I'm having a little cool beverage. I still have a sore throat. Excuse me. Let me try to get away from the camera. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm terrible at dating things. I know I should date things, and I'm trying to get better at it. But this little book, I found this little book in I think in a secondhand shop, and it was a little Christmas story. And of course, I liked the cover, but see, I didn't take care of it. I got it all yucked up. So at some point, I probably will cover this with some kind of holiday fabric or paper. But I glued some of the pages together. And then some of the pages that had pictures I left. And then for whatever reason, I don't know why, I went through and I painted a lot of the pages green. Don't know why. And with the idea of making this a book with snow globe paintings in it. And like I said, I didn't date them. So this is probably a couple of years old. Yeah, it's a cute size. I should probably measure it. I'm terrible at judging, but it's not too big. Let's see, this ruler's a little so it's a 5 by 7-ish, we'll say. Okay. And the pages weren't too bad. I don't read, so I wasn't interested in the story really, but I like the little pictures in it. And I like this. So it was called Christmas at Eagle Pond by Donald Hall. I'm sure it was a very cute story. But look, isn't that a cute little picture? I might even at some point maybe put some color pencil on that. And then it's like days of the week. So I think I left most of those. And then I glued some pages together. So this is my first one of a snowman in a snow globe. And this is just simple. Okay, Holly, you can do it. Next time you go to the dollar store or something, you can find these, little books like this where you can glue pages together. And then I have like a couple blanks. Now this one I've kind of sketched in a Grinch. And I've got presents in this one. And then we've got that cute little picture of an old stove. Monday. This, I don't know what I was thinking. But when you look through a snow globe, in most cases it's not green. I had no idea why I did green. I mean, I love green. That's my favorite color, but why would I do that? So here I have my North Pole. I have a 2-page spread. Oh, look, this one I did date 11/21/20. All right, Lore. Woohoo! And I think this was obviously some kind of a stencil there. I did the snowflakes. I know, right? I have a candle in there sketched in, and this I remember seeing a really pretty maybe Christmas card that had a real high-end home on it. So I think I kind of was trying to mimic that, but that's as far as that got. And then we have the little wheelbarrow. And then this one I was going to make look like a birdhouse instead of, a traditional kind of looking snow globe. A blank. And then I've got somebody gazing up at a star, I guess. Two open circles. I'm glad I put all the circles in so they're all the same size. Here's a couple unfinished. A gnome and penguins. Tuesday. This one's a little, I think that one's probably finished except for some kind of, edging, if you will, right? This is more of a wash, a little lighter than the other ones. We've got the beginnings of an angel. Got a little rocking chair with a little basket of knitting there. So I love these little images. Wednesday. That one's wide open for an idea. Now here I was going to put holiday words and greetings. No clue. No clue. Two more. So as you can see, I haven't done a whole lot. But there I've got a little ballerina. She didn't turn out too bad. And then a Christmas tree. And I've got a truck. Obviously, I wanted to do a red truck in there. Looks like I was going to put some trees. So what's going through my mind is, okay, which one or two do I want to work on today? I don't think these will take too long unless it get overly involved. That looks like a gingerbread house sketch there, perhaps. And then we've got that cute little image. Thursday. Got some evergreen trees. I think I've got some erasing to do here, or maybe I'll paint over that. Oh, it says stamp bunnies. I was going to stamp little bunnies, I guess, down here in this on the snowbanks. These little circles here for these snow globes look a little cattywampus, don't they? A little goiterish there. They're not so good. We've got this guy making a trail through the snow. And I think, on this last page, I wanted to have it say Merry Christmas to all, and I guess and to all a good night, maybe Santa on a sleigh or something. So I'm thinking I feel like doing a page in here. I don't know if I feel like doing two. I mean, sometimes I need to get warmed up, do something to get warmed up. Maybe I'll maybe this birdhouse would be a good warm-up. Now somewhere I have an eraser, and I'm just going to use acrylic paint. That's what I'm most comfortable with, and that certainly will cover whatever else I've got going on here. And maybe I'll use a little clip here. See if I can steal a clip that's not gonna mess up I have clips holding up my wires. So welcome to all who's come in. I hope everyone is feeling well and not under the weather. I can't say that we're not better, but we're not worse. No, body eraser is not working. All right, let's see. So I didn't pull out anything to use as a palette to put some paint colors on. This is very spur the Brenda D, how are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Let's see, what do I have handy that I could pop some? Oh, here. Let's use the little paint bubbles for a change. Let's get those out. I think I'm going to do brown down here. I might trim this out in a blue. Let's see here. I've got a turquoise blue. I think I'm going to leave the birdhouse green because that's easier, I think, to put. Let me see if this. Now, this is Americana Deco Art acrylic paint turquoise blue. So I've got my little tray here that I can pop some paint in. And I've got some clean water, paper towel, and I'm just going to jump in. And let's see, all my brushes are back over here in the corner. I'm trying to get myself back in the groove, girls. It's not coming easy. Not coming easy. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, I'm just using a small flat brush. You know, if you were going to do anything like this, you know, you just use what you're comfortable with, really, right? And I've been painting the backs of pages and something else that I'm hoping to do on the New Year's Eve stream. And gosh, you know what? I'm really a messy person. Messy. So I think I'm gonna grab, if I can, you know, it's the same old, right, girls? You've got all this art stuff around you and paper, and you never can find paper when you need to. I'm just gonna pop a little piece of paper to protect that other page underneath. And if you just come in, this is just a storybook I found in a secondhand shop that was Christmas themed. And gosh, it's been a while. What did I say? 2020? Some of this was done. And so I'm going to make this snow globe look like a birdhouse. So it's not going to have a traditional round top. And I glued some pages together in this little book. This is a very small brush for this project. I would not recommend this small of a brush. I guess I was thinking coming around that little circle that I've drawn in there. And so I have some sketches here. What time am I on? I am on 8:30 to 9:30. I just have an hour slot. And that's East. You know what? I think it's Eastern. The Mary Attier channel has the, I should copy and paste that and put it on my community tab. On her community tab, she's got the whole lineup. But now that I'm saying that, I'm not sure if mine's in Central or Eastern time. I think it's Eastern time, Peg, but I don't know. I could really go check. And I think Kathy Arbor said the other day, her time, I think she's on. Oh, Sorry, Julie. Let's send hugs and prayers and thoughts for our friend Julie. I think I'm on after Kathy Arbor, and then I believe Ann Laura's on after me. But there again, I don't know if they're Central Times. And I'm going to take the post that I have this snow globe birdhouse on right down to the bottom of the page. I have all these great ideas. Well, I think they're great ideas. But I don't always follow through too well. And I always am seeing things I want to try, and then I start trying something else and I forget about these other things that I have, you know, in the works. I just like it all. That's part of my issue. But I have to say, I have really not felt like doing much of anything. I'm working on a scarf that I'm knitting. Oh, no, I didn't realize, Julie. I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, it's never easy, right? And you never, I remember a friend years ago when she lost a grandfather. And we were grown women, had started our families. And this has always stayed with me. She said, it's never long enough. You never have them long enough. My sister had a dream about our dad the other day. He's been gone from us, I guess, about 10 years now. And, yeah, it's not easy. Not easy at all. I have to add you to my list, Julie. I didn't realize. I know, of course, many of us know about our dear Lisa, and Holly reminded me the other day that I don't really know her. I think her name is Bethany. Bethany, is it, Hol? Lost her mom suddenly. I think Bethany's younger than a lot of us. So I'm just painting blue around here because I just think it might be a better background than that all that green. And I don't know if you can see, probably too far away, but I do have little birds sitting on a wire in front of, and it's not perfect, in front of this little, I'm going to call birdhouse globe, which I went through and painted all my pages green. I have no idea why. So I'm going to grab some kind of a brown. And this is the first one I grabbed. It's a cinnamon, so it's a lighter brown. This, oh, this is almost empty. Let's see if I can get just enough out of this to do my post. And I'm just rough base painting in here. Now, certainly, if you wanted to do something like this, you could find some kind of an image online and, you know, trace. But I just hand did these. Well, I didn't do the circle. I think I have, I know. I have those circle die cuts. I think I used one of those to make all my snow globe circles about the same size. Now I think I might like a second coat. Somebody use my heat gun. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. I just felt like doing it. Mary inspires me greatly. And I guess it's been a couple of years ago that I saw her drawing snow globes, I guess, in one of her journals, maybe a December daily. And so that's when I started this. I love going to this secondhand bookstore that's on my way to the one co-op that I'm in. Of course, I don't tell them that I buy the books to take them apart. I keep that to myself. Hee hee. But this little guy was so cute. I should keep this by my chair so in the evening when I feel like coloring or something I can. Now that's a little crooked, but you know what? I'm not going to worry about that too much. Just going to let that be for now. Excuse me. All right, so I've got my little birds in there. Now I want to make them, I think, crazy colors. So I'm going to do maybe a purple. Let's see. This is a Ceram coat. Now, a lot of my paints are older paints that I've had forever. This one's called Passion. I don't even know if you can get this anymore. It's really quite purple. Ah! Went right in my little pot there where I've got my blue. All right, so let's do the guy in the center, purple. See how we can, I'm using a much smaller brush. I didn't even finish. I'm still waiting for a couple of gifts to arrive. Oh, yeah, because I've got that big circle there for the opening for the birds. I can see where you say it's going to look, with this purple bird, it's going to look probably Halloweenish. All right, let's see. It's covering not too bad. Well, I don't know how this is really going to look as far as actually looking like a snow globe, because this one's going to look more like a birdhouse. Yeah, now it looks like, wah! Okay, so we've got one little purple. He might need a second coat. We'll see. Let's see. What other color? I'm just like, want to go, it's really crooked. I'm not going to let that bother me. Crooked. Let's see. I'm thinking a darker blue. Let's try dark denim. Now, I've said this 100,000 times. Don't do this. I'm just going to use a little bit out of the lid of that. But it really does contaminate your paint, and then it'll get lumpy. So, you really shouldn't do this. This pencil, this paintbrush has got some wild hairs going on too. It's funny how some of the darker colors, even though they're darker, they really go on kind of translucent, kind of see-throughy. See-throughy, how's that for a word? I'm going to give this guy a little bit of a tail. Now I've also got some butterfly type wings on this guy. And this is kind of, these birds are kind of Tamara Laporte-esque, if you will, with her crazy little fur wings and so we'll do that. I was thinking for an like a yellow bird, but I don't know. Let's see. This here is a yellow ochre. Let's see how this looks. Now we're going to jazz these little birds up too. A little bit. And then I want to do, once I get everything blocked in, then we can come back and do some jazzercise, if you will. Does anybody remember jazzercise? This little skinny blonde woman did these jazzercise. I don't remember her name. She was real cute and real thin and really liked to jazzercise. And she smiled the whole time, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like to jazzercise. Now these birds here are really just, oh, my daughter's getting back to me, are just really like kind of a teardrop shape. So if you're thinking that you can't do anything like this, you can. Even if you hold this upside down, or your paper or your book, hold it upside down and do a teardrop. You know, you can do it. We'll give that guy a little bit of a tail. And these are whimsy. These are whimsy birds. Let's do the heat gun. Okay, so that's pretty good. That covered pretty good. Let's give this guy a little bit more. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Tamara Laporte, oh, she liked it because of bad spelling. I don't know. She was just so happy. There's nothing wrong with being happy. I just guess when I was happier eating a cupcake than I was jazzercising. Okay, just being honest. All right, so we're going to put that back. And where's I'm going to put another little coat on this dark blue bird. I think I might put a little crown on the center bird. I'm trying to think of something to put on that last bird. Now I'm going to do a darker roof, and I'm just going to do, I think, well, I might need a little bit of a cap there. A darker brown. And then, yeah, that's true. Whew, amen to that, Judy. Whew. All right, somewhere I have what is called a comb brush. It's missing some of its hairs. That's intentional. So when you make a stroke with it, it looks, stamp down, it looks like it's combed. I have to get reacquainted. Oh, there's one, I think. This is a little guy. Yeah. Look how old and beat up. I'm very hard on my brushes. But this is an older one. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. What do I have that you might be able to see? This is, I see my old spoon. Looking for something a little, oh, maybe this. I don't know if you can see it any better up against that dark box. See how those hairs are thinned out? They're like every other one. So I'm going to soak it in my water because I do want some water in it, but I don't want it super wet. And then I'm going to use a darker brown color here, hopefully. This is called asphaltum. Asphaltum? Asphaltum. And then I'm going to load my brush, and then I'm going to take a lot of it off. And then I'm going to comb down the post and try to make that look like wood grain. Well, I'm going to get to throw, I think, a few paint bottles out today, which is great. If I can get this. This one's really dried out. So I'm going to pull this comb brush out. I'm going to take a lot of that moisture. I'm going to tap it on my paper towel. And I'm just going to load it up. And that paint's really thick. And can you see what I'm just going to make? See, like to make little, just making little streaks. And the brush is doing the work. Now that paint's still a little kind of thick. Now my pages that I've glued together look like they're coming a little coming undone. She's come undone. Yeah, that paint was so thick. I don't think storing upside down is going to help these guys. A lot of my paints I store on their side. Now this isn't going to look, you know, real tree-ish. But I'm going to, excuse me, I apologize. I'm going to, Kathy Arbor, hi. I'm going to wrap some branches, if you will, around that post and see if we can, you know, hide a lot of that. Now I'm going to go back into I'm just going to use my liner brush and see how it goes. But see, all my brushes are beat up. You can't even tell. This is a number 2 liner. Oh, let me see. I'm just going to try. To bring out the size of the snow globe birdhouse. Oh, there we go. There's a bot. There's a bot. There's a bot. I'm going to flip this around. And I'm just going to eyeball this. Because I'm just doing this for fun. I'm just doing this in my little snow globe book. He needs to be maybe a little longer. Okay, let's see if I can get rid of that. Huh, it's not giving me, well, maybe because it's StreamYard? Oh, it says it's an error. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not able to get the bot. Maybe if I go on Let me move this stuff up. I'm kind of bringing my... Okay, so I'm going to do the top here. Just, just like little scallops. Little scalloped edge. It's not going to be great with this thick brown paint. And then I'm just going to paint that in. And then that should look better. Oh, thank you, Julie. Sometimes when you report it, at least maybe for you guys, if you're watching in on YouTube, it will disappear. Now you could get as crazy as you want with this, right? Make all kinds of little doodadders. All right, I'm going to try to just make some curls around. Thank you, Peggy. I'm going to try to do some little curls around this. Like that. Let's see, it just kind of made almost just like a lazy kind of a C. And then I'm just gonna put another little line there. And then I'm gonna come back in with a little green or something to make leaves. Now, I really made this opening of the birdhouse really big, and I don't think I can erase that because I tried to erase those other, yeah. And I'm not sure where I have, like I know where I have my other eraser in the front room where I do my evening, you know, coloring and drawing and whatnot, but I don't think I have another. So I'm just gonna make it as big as it is there. Now it's gonna really look like it's yawning. Yeah, I don't understand about the bots, but I guess I feel better knowing that they're not like real people sitting there. I mean, I know real people started them, but so I'm just using the dark brown. Which is really thick. It's probably a little too juicy. Okay, this looks like my cousin did when we were kids. Her bangs are too short. Her mouth is open. All right, I'm going to take my little square brush and see if I can do a little shadow down the sides. Let's see here. Oops. Wrong way. Just knocking down some of that brightness. This is what you call winging it. Winging it. No pun intended. I just want to bring some other little branches and whatnot. Sometimes I get out of control and then it really doesn't look very good. So we'll see how this goes. And I like to twirl my paper around. I have a hard time doing everything without moving my paper, my book. All right, now I need something for the little beaks. Beaks, beaks, beaks. We're going to go orange. Of course, I took all my markers. Well, not all my markers. A lot of my markers into the front room. Been kind of camping out there since my cold. I twirl my paper too. That way I can get the painter ink on the... Yes, exactly, Peggy. The other day I was doing something. What was I doing? And I thought to myself, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stick my fist in it. And I moved it out of the way. I thought, oh, smart me, you know, and I moved it over to the left. And then I went to grab something else. And don't you know I put my thumb in it? Ay, 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 ay. All right. What was I doing? Beaks. Beakozoids. Okay. So I got a little beak here. And I'm going to put a little beak here. These are just little triangles. And I'm going to go into that bird's face. That one not so much. And this one I'm going to make a triangle this way. So he's looking at the front. We're looking at him. He's looking straight at us. That little guy. Now it's kind of small. Can you see? All right. I still have a lot of paint there drying. Okay, so let's get a little raspberry type color with this one, Royal Fuchsia. And this is, I'm not going to need much of this either because the birds are so little, and that one bird, the yellow one, is so bright. Let me see if I can give them a little, give her a little cheek color. Make her a little cheeky. Always wear an apron when acting, but it doesn't protect my, yeah. I don't know. When I ran to the store, I put on, I ordered a couple of things for Christmas, not for Christmas, but I ordered some clothes during the Christmas sales. All right, this little kid I'm giving a little cheek to. I don't know, maybe I could bring my, yeah, arting. I mean, you meant arting. Is that maybe a little better? Maybe I need a little bit of white. I'll put a little dot of white here. And then I was going to come out to my workspace. And I thought, oh, Better take these new clothes off because I always think you're not going to mess it up, and I always do. Man, my paints are really dry. I'm mixing that with a little bit of pink. Let's see. Just give a little hint of a cheek for that little guy. I need to find a green. I want to put a crayon, but I'll probably do most of this with like a little marker or something. Now, green may be difficult because it's on the other side of my paint wheel. And I'm a stacker. I've got things all stacked in front of other things. Well, here's some green. Let's see, we've got some light avocado, which is always hard to find, but I did find. Let's see. Well, that's not green. This is my whole stash of light avocado. Let's see what else I have here. You hear my paint wheel squealing? Here we go. Oh, I love Gamel Green. I don't know if this color they make anymore. Oh, thank you, Julie. Okay, so this is Gamel Green, a Delta Ceramcoat color. And I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm just going to start popping some leaves in. Let's see what brush I want to use. Well, let's try this one. Okay. I'm going to, of course, wet that. And then I'm thinking, let me grab something lighter as well. We can maybe do a double dip. I know I've got open colors here. Aloe. All right, so I've got Gamel Green, and then I'm going to put out a little bit of this Deco Art Aloe Americana. And I'm just going to do like a little pressed leaf. And I'm going to try this. This is not a good brush either. This is a number 2 round. And I'm just going to try like loading that up with the darker green and then tipping it in the lighter green. And I'm just going to press down and pull. Press down and pull. And make little leaves. And when you pull it, you kind of lift up on your brush. So I'm going to start doing some leaves. And I'm going to flip it upside down because I want my leaves to go that way. And I'm not worried too much about. And maybe in groups of 3. And then maybe just do some that are light. And the tips of the branches. And the smaller the leaf, I'm not going to push. I'm not pushing down too terribly hard. And if you want them smaller, then you can just get a smaller brush. Maybe a little bigger at the bottom. And you could also use some white. If you had some white that came out of your bottle nicely. Boy, this white's really, let's see. La 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 la. I have a big bottle of white somewhere. There's some gesso. I don't like that white. Sometimes when you pick stuff up on clearance, it looks like a good deal, but then it might be a brand that you don't like. That's what I did with some of that. Oh, here's a little bit of white. Let's switch this up. Hey, Barb, how are you? I'm making a snow globe birdhouse in my little snow globe birdhouse book. And my white is not cooperating. You make them like little leaves like this. Really, you know, you can go back over them. And if you're not used to doing something like this, like I don't do it a whole lot either. Practice. You know, if you've got a clipboard and you know, you just could sit in front of the TV or set yourself up where you can practice, use different kinds of different size brushes. You know, I shouldn't say you know. Donna Dewberry. Oh, I was going to ask if you were staying warm. Donna Dewberry does that one-stroke painting, and you know, just practice, you know, is a big part of her style, what she does. So, I mean, you know, it's just to give it a little, fill in your page a little bit. Oh, that's what I was going to say. She does it with, she does leaves with a flat brush. I don't want to switch now because I want them to kind of, you know, look like they all belong together. Okay. So it's not too bad, right? Do, 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 do. And I was thinking some clouds up here, so maybe I'll just use my finger, or I could use a cotton swab or a cotton bud. Hey, Ange, how you doing? Thanks for saying hi. All right, so let me see. This is like, let's do this as easy as we can. Want it to look snowy. This is all up in the sky here. I've got the birdhouse up pretty high. So let's do a cloud here. You can really do this with your finger. Kind of looks maybe a little better with your finger. Not everybody wants to stick their finger in paint. But I don't mind. Okay, that's not, you know, it's all right. All right, let's see. Cotton swab, we're done with that. Probably could have put a few more leaves in there just to make myself crazier than I am. Just make sure you get all the paint out of your brush. A lot of times I do think I have all the paint out and then it runs down and then drips on my, oh, not good. Okay. Now, the part you have to be careful of is if you have puddles of paint there, because that's basically, bye Ange, thanks for stopping in, sweetie. They're little puddles of paint, so you just want to be careful you don't stick your fist in it after you've, done that. Okay, so let's see what I have here marker-wise. I know I want to use my Clear Wink Stella because I want the globe to kind of look glisten a little bit. I have some of these markers. I don't use these too much. They're called Moxic. Marks on Anything. It's water-based fine tip, which usually is not that fine to me. All right, so let's see. I want to do a let's see how this is. This is I think this is a black with some kind of a sparkle in it. Lori, wouldn't you see the sky through the snow globe? Yeah, possibly you would. Yeah, you would. You would. That's a good point. But I also have a green in there, not blue. Should I put some clouds in there? Hi, Beck. Let's see if I've got my little cotton swab right here. Let's see. Let's do another one over here. Maybe that will give the impression that, let's see what this is. Oh, this is more of a gray. It's more of like a metallic kind of a gray. I was thinking I might like to put a couple of little dots. Oh, see, look, snap, I just did that. I just put my thumb down that cloud. Now, you can think of this as a very close view of a snow globe. A very weird snow globe. Weird. All right, I'm going to put some dots here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Well, this might be hard to see. I'm going to try to put in our little eyes and these wings. I think that guy could use, I might need to get a little purple and do some little wings on that guy. I'm trying not to hit all the stuff I have wet. I should probably get the, now this, I have a little wire coming across here. Make a little barbed kind of look to that. Yeah, maybe, or like little scratch marks. I don't know if I have any glossy. I have glossy varnish stuff. That's a thought. All right, let's make little feet here. This guy, the wire has to come in front of him. Of course, my little marker's not working real great. I think I want to do white there. Give him a little bit of a wing, a little winger. I don't know if this will show. This is supposed to be a goldish color. Sometimes that gold looks kind of puny. All right, let's see if I can get, you know what, I'm going to hit this with a little bit of my heat gun. And not too bad. Okay, this is a really small, you know what, that crown's not really gonna show up because this almost looks the same color as the green. I'm gonna outline these guys a little bit. Put a little heart on that guy. Let's paint in his, give him some wings. All right, now let's see if I color that in. Thanks, Brenda. I want maybe a white Posca. see if I can find probably every color but white. Ah, there's a whitey. Oh, white Posper. Let's see if I can get this one. Let's see if I can get it going. Put some little dots in those wings. Get some stuff going on like that. Let's give this guy some wings too. Let that dry. And then I'll come around that with some black. I still didn't get my scuff marks out. It's one of my problems, Becky. I don't clean up in between. I get myself in a problem because, well, it doesn't look snowy. It looks, like a nice day. Now, of course, in a snow globe, you found oh, that's wonderful. I love when that happens. When something goes missing and you can't find it for a while. Oh, I love when you find it. Okay. Now maybe I need to put little white dots in the globe and around the birds. You know how like when you shake up the snow globe? Let's try that instead. Oh, you know what else I want to do? I want to outline my tree trunk and my globe. Make the ends of my wire. Just noticed yesterday Universal Crafts has silicone sheets, 2 for $7.99. And are they worth getting? I don't know. Does anybody else know about those craft sheets by Universal Crafts? I don't know. I know I really like the Tim Holtz ones. I've bought an off-brand before. I'm sure it wasn't Universal and it worked okay, but what I didn't like is there was some kind of material in it that when I put my arm on it, I don't know, it kind of like picked my arm. It made my arm feel itchy. All right, so I'm just going to go and try to mimic snow globe dust, which I don't think I have in any of my other snow globes in this book. It probably would be heavier down the bottom, right? Okay, and this is just, for me. Oh, that's an idea, Peg. Oh, see, I wouldn't have thought of that. Crumbled balls. I ordered, who was I watching? I was watching Rosemary Morris, and she, of course, was showing a copy of The Art of the Fold, and the price wasn't too bad on Amazon, so I got one. So it came the other day. Yeah, I think it may be a little above my brain grade. All right, so what's today? Today's 12, 29, 21. Today was my grandfather's birthday, and I don't know what year he was born. All right, so here's this one. All right, let's see here. Let me try this a little. All right, now there's got to be a simpler one in here that I was going to do. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to do some kind of little, I would like to do this. I don't know. To me, it just kind of, I might be sorry, but I'm just going to do a little. Around my page. This guy's not marking as nice as it could be. Let me give it a little bit of water. Give it a little drink. It might be better. I think that's a little better. I don't know, guys. I'm still in Christmas mood. I'm so glad there's a radio station. They call it The Breeze, and they're still playing Christmas, which I'm thrilled about. Not that I'm in the car a lot these days, but all right. Let's see what else have I got here that might be partially. I don't think I'm up for the Grinch. The presents. I'm doing a more traditional snow globy thing. That I think is a little too difficult. Well, not difficult, but it would take more time than. Look, see, I've got some of these that are partially. Maybe a half hour to another hour. So I can heat it up when, hubby's going to make a little something to eat. Let's see. I think there was an easier one. Well, the red truck might not be too difficult. That I was going to put bunnies on. Is anybody up for another one? Maybe I'll do the red truck. I've got the blue here. Yes, I've done that too, Peg, with the glass. But for me to record or to be live, the glass, there's such a glare and a reflection. I took my glass off, although I love my glass mat. But all right, so now I know this is a double, but maybe I'll just work on this page. I feel like I would like to get another one done. So I've got that blue, but I want the blue in back through here. And I think I'm going to use that comb brush again. And I do have a little bit of purple in there too. That might kind of look. It's like a kind kind of like a periwinkle, kind of. So let me just, now this is really roughing it in. I'm really roughing this in. I don't know if you can see. Get some in that truck. A little truck window, maybe a little. Kind of looks like a how do you say it? Aurora Borealis-esque. Let me bring it down a little bit further here. Let's get some more of that blue and maybe a little bit of that white. Lighten that up a little bit up top here. And then have it be a little deeper at the bottom. We haven't had much appetite for much of anything. My husband usually cooks, but not so much the last week or so. Ooh, that kind of looks almost glowy. I like that. Kind of looks a little glowy. Now you can see where I glued my pages together. It's kind of bumpy. We've got a bit of a bump, but it's all right. I don't mind the bump. I don't mind the bump so much. All right, let's see. Where is that? Did I put it away? I had out a cinnamon kind of a color. Here he is. White cinnamon. It's almost empty. So let me get some of this out. And I'm going to make my foreground here. Scrub some of that in around the tires. Now you could do this with a stamp, you could do with stickers, right? You could trace. Do it almost like, you know, find something in a coloring book. If you're just doing it for yourself, and you're just doing it in a journal, you know, you can do whatever, right? Yeah, I'll get some snow in there. That's one thing I didn't put on the birdhouse. I was going to put some snow on the roof. On the roof. All right, let me... dry that up a little bit. Now, I still got this paint from my other... Oh, you know what? I was going to put that on the stand. I didn't want to do that on the dirt. That's all right. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Maybe I can make this stand. Well, I'll think about that for a minute. I've still got that dark green, that Gamel Green that I like so much. Let me see if I can find a better liner. Yeah. This is a cheap liner brush, but I really like it. It's by Princeton, and it's called Velvet Touch. Holly's wanting to get adopted. All right, so I had some lines in here that I was going to use for trees. So I'm flipping it upside down, and I'm just going to follow these lines, and they don't have to be super perfect. And I might, this one I'm going to put in front of the tree, the truck. See how that looks. And then I'm going to use the that little tiny flat I have. Okay, welcome back, Julie. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there about Holly wanting to be adopted. All right, let's just see how this looks if I do this. I'm just making little taps with the edge of the brush. Loading it up with some paint. And just, tapping little. And I'm going to try to go bigger as I get down towards the bottom. I want to stay in the globe. Like the trees, kind of backed in there. I could add some other color. Kind of just little tap taps, and they can go over top of each other, next to each other. Yes. Wait till it warms up to be adopted, huh? That's a very good point, Barb. You know what? I should have painted that the truck first, right, girls? And trees, when you look at them, they're all wicky wacky. See, I get ahead of myself. I was so excited to do the stinking trees. And the trees in the snow globe, when you buy the snow globe, really, right? Yeah, he's stuck in the woods. Now we're going to put some in the window there, Peg, so we can look through that window of the car, of the truck. Now I should have gone, because I'm right-handed, left to right, but I did not. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do, Julie. Exactly. It reminds me of chopping wood in the forest, also cutting Christmas trees. Yeah. Me too, huh? Me too. I wish I could find somebody who is interested in doing stuff like this, that you could do it in person. My son has a new girlfriend, and she said she likes artistic stuff, so we'll see. Maybe her and I can do some art stuff. Okay. Now, let's see. I do like that tomato red. Is this what I have here? No, berry red. Let me see what I do with my. I had tomato red out the other day. Excuse me. And oh, there's tomato spice. I kind of like that. It's not a real red, it's not a real fire engine red. I don't know whose brand this is because see my label come off. Yeah, well I can definitely want the truck red. I can go back over those leaves. All right, where's my little crazy? My little crazy. Of course, the truck doesn't have to be red. I like the red truck, so I'm making him red. I'm trying to think. Maybe I'll do blue. I want to do the bottom of the snow globe. I don't know if I want to do it brown. Do it my well. I'm stinky at all of that stuff. Stacking and chopping and throwing. I would be much better given directions than telling everybody what to do. Okay, it looks like I put a running board down there. Now, this is not, a Lennox snow globe. This is probably, a Target or a Walmart snow globe. So the things inside aren't going to be so super terrific. All right, let's give this over the tire. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to use that. Oh, nice. Super nice. Super nice to have your wood delivered, I would think. Okay. I wonder if I need a little, maybe I'm pushing it. Maybe I'll just leave the sky the way it is. Let's see. Let's get my little flat here. Well, I should dry that. I don't want brown. Need a little bit of black. had that like gunmetal marker here. I wonder if that looks like the black one. Here he is. I was thinking that might be good for the you know, for that little, usually has a crack here. We'll put a little door handle. Just scratch in a couple of little details here. Give us a little bumper-ish thing here. Erin, hi Erin, how are you? Happy belated Christmas, Happy New Year. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're doing well. I'm snow globing. Hey Dana, how are you? Linux is overrated. Yeah, that and underwear. Okay, let's see. I need to do, maybe I'll do the, come back to my blue denim here and do the bottom of my snow globe. Kind of get that country vibe going here. I'm just going to rough this in here. I'm going to need a second coat. I was watching something the other day, and Peggy has another idea. Peggy, I got a card and calendar refill. I love them. Oh, I know, Peggy. They're so nice. Did Peggy have an idea I missed? All right. I'll let that dry a little bit. Now, I'm gonna see. I keep putting my arm in front of my. We're gonna come back here and do these trees here. Make that look like he's backed into the. Do a little bit of light here. All right. Now, I'll take another little dab of white. And I'm going to make, hopefully, some snowdrifts. I'm going to go back to using my cotton bud. I like the way that sounds rather than a cotton swab. I should have done my tires. Let me get my tires in there. Oh, the beauty of a heat gun. Okay, so now a little bit of basic black. And I'm going to take my little tiny. This is like a 0, I think. Let's see if I can make tires that don't look, you know, flat. He's still got some wild hairs.
Come on, Belle. Come on. Come on.
Our dog thinks it's springtime all the time. She's lays out there in the rain. We can't get her to come in. She just loves being outside. It's not too bad. This tire needs to be a little bigger. A little bigger. Okay, don't forget that we have the New Year's Eve stream if you're going to be around. Go to the Mariotier channel on YouTube and you can grab the schedule. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, let's get some more of that navy blue. It's actually dark denim, they call it. Now, any suggestions for what I can do? I want to do something around the edge of the page, around that green. Ooh, Amazon delivery. Love getting packages, even if I know they're not for me. I just love packages. Hope he's not into the packages. All right, let's dry that so I don't put my knit in it. Paper back in here. Girls, hi Julie, how are you? Any idea of what color you think might go good around the and then I have to do some kind of, okay, let's get some snow up in here. And then if I put a little bit of that blue in there, maybe it looks shadowy, or maybe not so much. He's stuck in the snow. Now let's get that flat again. Let's put a little snow in our trees. Not doing that so well. I do feel a little better, Julie. Thank you. I don't feel normal, which I guess that's not always a great thing either, but I feel like I'm starting to make progress. I think my husband's making a little progress. We still haven't had Christmas with our grandkids, so we're hoping maybe this weekend we can be well enough to get that done. All right, I just stuck that in the, I guess we need a little snow in the truck, right? I feel like it's getting dark. in here. All right. Now let's give that a little dry. I'm trying to think where I have some. Maybe I just need to do black around the edge. What do you think? Any ideas? Oh, I love pea soup. That sounds good to me. That sounds very good to me. Let's see. I have black here. Let's frame this out. Let's see. I smell dinner. I smell dinner. Let's see, what time is it getting to be? It's about 5:30 Eastern. Kind of like feathering this in a little bit. So the plan is right now, if we're feeling up to it, our daughter and her family will come and stay overnight, New Year's Eve, and then spend some of New Year's Day with us so we can get our Christmas done. So our daughter will have to go back to work. Let's see, pea soup and Johnny cake makes Frenchman's belly ache. Okay, Erin, what is cake as a cornbread? If so, yes, I do, but I have cornbread tonight. See, now my grandmother would make a Johnny cake, but it wasn't bread. I guess you could use it as a bread. She really just did the cornmeal with some hot water to kind of make a dough, and then we would press it in a patty and then fry it in a pan. And then, oh my gosh, I could go for that. I haven't made it in years. And then we would just put a little bit of butter and pancake syrup on it. That's probably not the same, right? Oh, I love Johnny cakes. And then she would make what we called a mush too, which was some kind of cornmeal, and then she would pat it in a loaf pan. And oh goodness, that was good too. And then we would slice it and fry it. And then again, this is why we all have a weight problem. We put pancake syrup on put that stuff on everything. Pancake syrup. Woo! All right, let me see if I can grab a holiday. Oh, there's an eraser I was looking for. Let's see if I can find me a cute little, well, that's cute, but I don't think that's going to work. Let's try this little snowflake. All right, let me take a marker. Not a marker, like this pen here. And just kind of come around the outside of my globe so we can kind of see the edge. And then I have this up here. Let's see if I can get this to work. This is distressed paint, but it's got that spongy lid. Let me see if I can. What I'm thinking is I'd like to load this. Yes, pancake syrup, maple syrup. I call it pancake syrup, although not all of it here that we get is maple syrup. It's some other kind of sugary concoction to mimic the real thing, and it's a fraction of the cost of real maple syrup. Basically liquid sugar. Let's see. This is not working. Oh, wait, girls. Wait, let's see if I can get this. Let me see if I can get one to stamp. Oh, partially. Okay, plan B. This is not. Yeah, I got plenty in there. I'm just not getting it to come out. Yeah, we got, here on the East Coast, we got lots of imitations. For sure. For sure. Okay. I don't want to waste a lot of time on this because I'm getting hungry and I feel like my dinner is going to be ready soon. So I'm just putting a little bit of white paint in my little bubble thing, and I'm going to see if I can tap my little foam applicator and then load my little snowflake stamp. Aha! And now I'm going to make snow, snow, snow. We watched White Christmas the other day. Da da dee 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 dee. Huh? That works out okay, right, girls? Maybe I need to wash that little sponge off so it can work the way it's supposed to. Can you see it okay? Peggy, did you get anything good? Snow, 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 snow. I could go for some snow. Of course, I don't have to shovel it or anything, so, you know. My husband always said, yeah, if I could just sit and look at it, I wouldn't mind it either. All right, so I'm just about done this, ladies. I maybe have gone a little too snow crazy. But I want to make sure I wash out my my little stamp there, because that'll be annoying to clean. Manscaped razor. What is a Manscaped razor? Okay. Thanks, Jilly. Okay, I'm going to spatter inside of my globe and hope not to get it outside of the globe, because I don't want to, ruin the illusion that it's a snow globe. All right, so I've got some white left. I'm going to use a floppy brush like Dee Dee Willingham does. It's usually a little easier to be controlled. And I'm outside the globe. I like it heavy. I could always come back in there with some black. All right, I think I'm going to leave it alone, girls. What do you think? I think it turned out fairly cute. Oh, I missed April. Is April here? Oh, don't want to. Oh. Ooch. Okay, so this is my little snow globe book. Journal, if you will, which I don't journal, it's art journal. Let me dry this a little bit. Oh, I gotta put the date on here. Almost forgot it. Okay, let's see. Where's my white Posca? See, I'm ready to watch White Christmas again. Let's see, 12, 29, 21. I definitely have a love-hate relationship. Oh, you're welcome, Jilly. Good to see you. Have a good evening or afternoon, or I don't know, time-wise. Hey, April. It's just winding up here. I'm going to do one more walkthrough of mine. I got plenty of pages still left to do. So this is a little Christmas book. It's a 5x7. And it's got some cool pictures in it, which I left and glued some pages together. So I'm assuming I did this in 2020 as well, because I have one that I dated it. And then I've got some sketched in. But these are a few that, see, I do like that link of Stella in there. We did this one. Make it look like, I might try that, something glossy on there, Peg, to make it look like glass. And then I've got these guys started. Have to come back and finish those. A couple of things sketched in. Here's my little ballerina Christmas tree. And then we did the red truck today. Ta-da! Snow, 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 snow. I want to wash my hair with snow. And fill a spade with snow. Oh, it sounds better when I don't have a man voice. All right, everyone, thanks for joining in. Have a good evening. I'm going to go get some grub. Maybe I'll see you a little later somewhere on the tube. Ange, we're just getting ready to kick out of here, sweetie. I'm going to go have some dinner. I'll see y'all soon. Don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Don't forget, check out that schedule for the New Year's Eve streamathon. All right, friends, see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Peg. Bye-bye.